Everyone's fighting a war nobody sees. Depression, addiction, loss, trauma. You fought yours, and you won. Right now, someone's in that same fight, looking for a way out. You are their proof it's possible. Welcome to the Life Warrior Podcast. Caleb Halvorson, welcome to the Life Warrior Podcast. Glad to have you here, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I've been excited for this for a while.
I think this is going to be a good one. I've let everybody know that we're doing this. You're actually, which is crazy. I was a firefighter, same 22 years, and I've had this podcast for a while. I've had the brand going for a while, but you're actually the first firefighter that's ever been on this.
Nice.
On this, I don't know why that is. I don't know how that happened, but it just is what it is. We kind of cast a big blanket over people we were trying to help, and it's just it turned into something else. So I was like, well, that's perfect opportunity to tell your story.
Absolutely.
So, all right, man, we'll just get into it.
All right.
So September 3rd, 2025, that day you will never forget.
Never. No.
So I'll let you tell the story about. So for people who are watching right now, Caleb's a firefighter in Fort Worth, and he was doing his job, doing your job that you're paid to do, and the thing that nobody, when you're on the job, that you don't ever want to happen, it happened.
Oh yeah.
And so I'll just let you kind of tell the story about what went on and the whole scenario.
Perfect. Yeah. So it's a pretty rough day.
Yeah.
Definitely one I'll never forget.
Right.
But yeah, like you were saying, like you never really think it's gonna happen to you. You hear stories about it across the country, and you're like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Praying for you.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, you put that gear on, you feel like you're invincible.
Right.
But yeah, it was just a normal day. I was trying to work a lot of overtime. We'll probably get into it a little bit, but we had a baby boy, and he was in the NICU, and I was like, man, we piled on debt and everything, and I was like, yeah, like I need to start working some overtime. My wife was in nursing school, so she didn't have a job, so I was like, okay.
So for people who don't understand, if you don't know, everybody thinks sometimes they'll tell them, oh, you're a firefighter. Mm-hmm. That's good pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's good, but you're not getting rich on it.
No, yeah. But, so September 3rd rolls around. It's an A shift. It's the day before my shift. And so I signed up for some overtime, show up at my station at that morning to grab all my gear. It was just such a weird day.
Yeah.
So they give me a call, and they tell me and my buddy who works with me, he's my best friend, that we're going to station 34 together. And we were like, perfect. That's how we drew it up.
Yeah.
And last minute, they call me and like, hey, man, you're going to go to 11s. Ryan's going to go to 34s. I was like, perfect. Sounds good. So 11s is like complete opposite side of town. 11s is up by Texas Motor Speedway.
I got you.
And I'm on the south side of Fort Worth. So I get up there. I've only worked there a couple times. It's pretty notoriously like slower station, not bash them or anything. A lot of those guys been there, done that.
Right.
It's time to slow down.
The retirement station.
Yeah. I mean, no shame or anything. Yeah, it's a great spot.
It's where you want to be one of these days.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Shoot. But get up there, working with one of my classmates. Really, really good dudes over there. But I get there, eat breakfast with the guys, and Lieutenant pulls me aside and is like, hey, man, your classmate, who works there at the time, he's going to go run some errands, and we're going to go run some errands. He was getting stuff for the station. We had to go to the radio shop and go to supply. I was like, dang, I was just down there.
Right.
I could have stopped for you, but it is what it is. I wasn't going to complain. I was working overtime.
Right.
Run back down south, doing our errands and everything, get everything done. And we're headed back north on 35. And headed back to the station. My feet are kicked up in the back. I don't have my shoes on. I'm eating a snack, playing on my phone,
Right.
which you're not supposed to do. So don't do that. But my classmate wasn't with me. We were unavailable. I was like, dude, I'm about to get back to the station, take a nap.
Yeah.
And LT comes up and he's like, is that a header? Peek my head around the side, huge header, just right off the highway. And the area of town we were in, we were at Station 5's territory, which Station 5, really good dudes. Those are our God's gifts to firefighter, to firefighting over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool dudes. But I'm at 11s, and I'm like, we're going to steal one from 5s. They have Top Gun on the side of their truck. They're, they've been number one in calls and fire since the 80s. This is like, big time. And
so you're going to jump them.
we're going to beat them on. And I'm laughing like the whole way there. And I think it's hilarious. And the guy that was supposed to be on the truck with me, he used to work at 5s. So we're stealing one from his boys, and he's not there.
That's funny.
So I get off the truck. It wasn't even on my side. It would have been on his. Go around, pull both loops. This fire's pushing out. Like, it's cooking. It's pushing out to the road, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's a video of it online. I haven't watched it, but don't really want to watch it. But
yeah,
we're getting up there. I'm literally laughing with the lieutenant. I'm like, oh, Bellingat, or sorry.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be so
All's
pissed.
good here.
I hear 5s come screaming around the corner, and they're probably freaking out.
Yeah,
and just making me laugh even more.
Yeah, they're pissed.
It's like, I'm at a super slow station, and you're like, they're like, what are they doing down here? We're on the other side of town. Like, super funny. Get under there. It's this whole carport garage. Whole thing's engulfed. There's a car in there. There's kind of two sides to it, and I'm pretty new on the job. Like, I love being aggressive.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get in, get out. This is gonna be a 5-minute job.
Right.
I'm gonna put it out, make fun of 5s, and we're gonna go back to the station.
Right. Let y'all clean up.
Yeah. And man, I step under there on the left side. Everything's going fine. Putting it out, getting hot.
Yeah.
My lieutenant grabs me and he goes, "Hey, go to this right side of the carport." And so I do, and man, I was under there. I don't know how many seconds. It wasn't very long, but I was only like 2 steps in. Like, I knew that I didn't have another guy on the line with me.
Yeah.
I knew there was only 3 of us, really 2 of us, because one of them's at the truck, pumping the truck.
Yep.
So you're just like, oh, it's just us 2, But I'm still going to be a little aggressive. I'm going to get in there, get hot, do my thing. Man, and the next thing I know, I'm on the ground. Whole building collapsed on me, folded me like a lawn chair. I never felt anything like that.
Yeah.
Played sports my whole life.
Yeah.
Get knocked down, get up. But I mean, in almost every fire, especially when we're on the nozzle, like, stuff's falling on you. You know, like, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Like ceiling, like pieces of wood, stuff in the attic, whatever. It's not a big deal.
But being somewhere where when you're, like I tell people, there's a difference between being under stuff that you can get out of.
Yeah.
And then being under stuff you can't get out of.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And you're stuck there.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. And it was a weird call. Like, obviously, if I could do it again, I wouldn't do that. But I could have just hit it hard from the driveway and it would have been fine. But
where's the fun
really
in that?
aggressive.
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
Yeah. And we're in a really aggressive part of town around 5s, and they do it. And I'm pretty new, and I'm not going to be that guy.
Right.
At least what's going on in my mind.
Right.
Yeah, so we're under there and falls on me, dude. Like,
was it just you under there?
It was
so
just
it was just
me.
you.
It was just me.
So there was nobody else in there.
No, it almost got my officer on the back, or he was behind me. I want to say it knocked his mask off, kind of breathed in some smoke, but man, so you revert to like all your training. I immediately knew what had happened.
Right.
I knew as soon as it fell on me, I either broke my leg or something happened. I was like, okay, my leg's messed up. I need to take a breath. It's okay. 5s is right there.
Yeah.
14s is pulling up. My officer's right here. Everyone knows what happened.
So all your gear was still in.
All my
intact.
gear somehow obviously like my gear was on right, which
Right.
thank God, but somehow my mask didn't get knocked off when it fell on me.
Yeah.
Which thank the Lord, because I probably
That would have
wouldn't be
changed
here.
everything.
Oh, everything.
Yeah,
I
real
probably
fast.
wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so half of my body is actually sticking out of the fire. All my burns and all my injuries are on this side, except this little one on my face. Yeah, and so some of the guys that were there with me, but one guy was pulling on my arm and one guy was pulling on my leg, and I could hear him go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pulling me, and I wasn't moving an inch. Yeah. I was like, what is on top of me? What am I stuck on?
Right.
And I was calm at first, and then it started getting really hot.
Yep.
Yeah, and so finally get me out, just keep yanking me. A guy grabbed some spreaders to maybe spread it open, but they ended up not using them, but took, and these dudes pulling me out are like, they're big, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're not,
Yeah.
It's crazy, but yeah, so
how long were you under there?
1 minute and 44 seconds.
It probably felt like a lifetime.
It felt like 20. That was one of the first thing I said when they got me out is, don't let me die. I have a kid in the NICU.
Yeah.
Tell my wife I'm fine. And then probably started making some jokes after that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I definitely told Josiah, I was like holding his hand. I was like, can't believe you let us beat you on. That's crazy.
Right. Still talking shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how it goes. But I was in a lot of pain. The only burn I saw on me at that point was my forearm. I didn't want to look at my knee. I knew my leg was jacked up. And then I didn't feel anything on my back because it's so deep.
Right.
But apparently when they went to lift me up the first time to put me on the cot, one of the dude that was on my leg, he didn't have his mask on, glove. Like he got off the truck, ran to me pretty much. And he doesn't have gloves or anything on, and he picks me up from my back. And then they had to set me back down for some reason, and they were going to pick me up with my coat instead. And he said he looked at his hands; it was all my skin on his back, on his hands. So care flight me to Parkland in Dallas. That took forever too. I thought being on a helicopter would be a lot cooler,
right?
But it was not very cool.
Yeah, yeah, not how you want to ride in a helicopter.
No, it wasn't cool. I get there and I still don't really know like how bad it is. Like I'm super out of it. They got me pretty drugged up, of course. But they land on the roof. I get into the trauma room, and when I saw how many people were in there. Doctors and nurses and stuff, and people even from like UT Southwestern across the street coming to help Parkland. I was like, oh, this is bad, man.
That stuff, if like I was telling you, going through clinicals when I was in paramedic school, it's like, that's the ultimate sign of, some bad shit's happening.
Oh, yeah.
If the room is full.
For sure.
Of doctors and nurses.
For sure.
And so I'm sure seeing that, you were like, shit.
Man, this is bad. Yeah.
It's not bad.
And, like I'd kept it together. Like I was in a lot of pain, but like I'd kept it together. I wasn't like crying or anything at this point. And I was just kind of like, what? Like I couldn't believe what had happened.
Yeah.
Like I was just in shock.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like did that really just happen to me? Like you only hear stories about that. Like that doesn't happen to me.
Right.
And it's crazy. And, I've done that so many times, but that building, you couldn't see it. I don't want to like spoil anything. It was an arson fire, come to find out.
Oh, wow.
But that person actually didn't get arrested for arson. It was just burglary. So
wow.
Yeah. But I mean, it's people like that make our job fun.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, it's
job
like
job security.
Yeah.
Stupid people are job security
for sure. But I don't know. It was just such a weird day. And then I finally broke down so as soon as I got there, they're like, hey, we got to put your knee back. We'll knock you out. Perfect. Whatever you have to do, I don't care.
Yeah.
I wake up and got this like big bandage around my leg, and they're like, yeah, you like messed your knee up pretty good. And she dislocated it, tore ACL, MCL, PCL. And I think they said like chipped kneecap too, but they said they kept losing my pedal pulse in my foot. So, and if you lose a pulse in a limb too long, they cut it off. So I was like, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
But
fix it. For
sure. And they didn't do surgery right then because I had a burn on my calf, and they didn't want to get infected.
Right.
And our workers' comp doesn't cover Parkland ortho.
Yeah,
So,
we'll get into that for sure.
Yeah, but
I've been down that road before.
Yeah, I finally broke down as soon as I saw my wife. Like, I saw her face, and she came into the trauma room, and I just lost it.
Yeah.
Like, and then that really hit me. Like, I was like, I almost died.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, and I just kept saying that. I was like, I thought I was going to die. Thought I wasn't ever going to see you again, you know? And then I calmed down. Then my mom came in. It was the same thing over again. And I was just like, oh, gosh, man. But yeah, it was a weird day. I was there 34 days.
34 days.
Yeah.
So, man, you know, like you said, these are things that you don't ever think are going to happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, luckily I was in some spots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was one of the fires. It was funny. I was telling my wife, my son he wasn't very old. He was just a few months old.
Mm-hmm.
We had a fire in an old house built in like the 30s.
Wow.
When we got there, I was on rescue. So the mom's outside yelling, my son's upstairs. He's stuck upstairs.
Yep.
So here we go, right? And me and my partner go in. We follow the line in.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the kitchen where the fire is. We break off and head upstairs.
Yep.
Small stairwell, old house.
Mm-hmm.
He was almost at the top of the stairs. I was about halfway up. And the walls and the ceiling fall in. Yeah. And so we're standing in the stairwell surrounded by fire. And I remember it's like, I yell at him, hey, you know, because he had his back to me. He didn't really I don't think he saw it happen.
Yeah, it's loud in there too.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we can't see the engine crew down there. So in my head, they just got covered up.
Yeah.
And it was like that. Like my son's an infant.
Yeah.
I'm very likely going to burn up in here. He's never going to see his dad, never going to know his dad.
Yeah.
You know, all those things. And then like you said, training kicks in. You're like, well, if I die, I'm not going to die sitting here.
Oh, for sure.
I'm going to die trying to get out.
Yeah.
So I yell at him like, hey, there's a doorway down there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get down those stairs, you know.
Yeah.
And so we bust down the stairs as fast as we can get there, and I hit the doorway of the kitchen, and my lieutenant, who's a big, giant dude, he was 6'5", 290. I come through the doorway, and I hit him like a football player, and knock him onto the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, now he's yelling, what the fuck? you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't know y'all were here. I thought y'all were covered up.
You can't see them until they're like right in your face, you know?
And so we both get outside, and you're just like, you're looking at each other like, I was close.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do now? It's like you either decide you're going to be done right then, or you're going to get you a new bottle. If I don't go in now, I may not ever go back. Yeah. So let's go. Turns out, kid wasn't even home. Right? So now you're almost give your life for somebody who's not even home. So I can't imagine that feeling of my kid's in the NICU. I'm pretty new on the job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This might be my last day here, right? I mean,
it's like 26 years old.
That's a lot to put on you in a short period of time.
For sure.
So 34 days, you tore your ACL, PCL, MCL. Said you tore rotator cuffs on the right, 3rd-degree separation on the left. You tore both labrums in your shoulder. Mm-hmm. Burns over 13% of your body. Yeah. And now, so they get you settled and stable. Now the fun starts. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So tell everybody a little bit about that, about what that process was like.
Like the tank?
Yeah. And, we've talked about it before, but, I remember going through my clinicals at Parkland, and you're having to spend a certain amount of time at labor and delivery and the ER and different places.
Yeah.
And I remember them, hey, you're going to the burn unit. And I was there 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever had to help debride somebody, I thought, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is no fun. And there was and you'll talk about it.
Yeah.
There's no amount of pain medicine they can give you.
Oh, no. Yeah.
They can only give you so much.
For sure. Yeah.
And
I was pretty maxed out.
That hardly even touches the surface.
Yeah.
Because of how bad it was. So
For sure.
Tell everybody a little bit about that, what that process was like.
Yeah. So the first time I went to the tank, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, hey, we need to go clean you off. I was like, oh, this is probably going to hurt pretty bad, but whatever. It's got to be done.
Right.
My adrenaline's still pumping so much. Like, I can't remember if it was that day. It had to have been that day for sure that they cleaned me off. They wouldn't let me sit. But I get in there. My wife goes with me. Dude, they strip you down.
Yep.
You're butt naked. I couldn't walk, so they pick me up and slide me over to this metal bed. That's like the same bed they use in like morgues.
Right.
It's this cold metal bed. It's
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Like, this bar on my leg is keeping my leg straight, sticking out of my leg. And some of those nurses would grab that bar and move me to the other bed. And I had a lot of arguments with them.
Yeah.
They're like, no, like, we're allowed to do that. And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You're allowed to. Like, just don't touch it.
Yeah.
Like, that was not cool. But every single day they put me on this bed. But I remember that first day a lot. I had all these bubbles all over my fingers, and like, they're rolling me back and forth on this cold bed. They're spraying my back. It's freezing cold. I can't control like my body temperature, but I still don't know like how bad it is.
Yeah.
They keep working on my back, and I told my wife, I was like, hey, like, take a picture of my back. Like, what? Like, why is it taking so long?
Right.
I thought it was just like this, and I knew I had one on my butt because my butt was burning really bad.
Right.
And they didn't touch any of that, and my wife was like, you don't want to see it. And I was like, no, like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Takes pictures, shows me, and I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. That's not good. Rolling me over on that first day, I had these giant like blisters on my fingers I had my gloves on and everything, but they literally just took scissors and cut those bubbles off. And you're sitting there and you're like, dude, like, I'm about to throw up. This is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, all the pus is like shooting across the room. It's nasty. But that and then I guess the first one wasn't so bad because they were cleaning it, and then they put this
They're not
bandage on.
They're not delicate about.
Oh, no. Yeah. And that really, like, whoever I got in the tank, I knew that's how the rest of my day was going to go.
Yeah.
Like, some people were rough, and some people would listen to you and they would stop when you say stop and whatever. But some people were just like, no, like, we got to just go, which I get. But, yeah, but so it's like this yellow adhesive that they put on your burns. And I forgot what it was called, but it would kind of dry and it would sit there. And then that next day, that second day is when I really knew what the tank was about. You get in there, grab my bar, move me over onto that cold bed, and I'm there the whole time, butt naked. And they start peeling that tape off, and I start screaming. And like, I'd never felt pain like that. It was worse. The pain of that was worse than actually like the pain of being trapped. It was obviously way more scary being trapped, but it was like the physical pain of that. Like, I've never been in so much pain that I am like screaming at the top of my lungs and bawling my eyes out. And
hoping you'll just pass out.
Yeah, something like I'd rather have taken that, but they had me on so many meds. Like, every morning they'd come in and give me Merced, 480 milligrams of ketamine, a 4 milligram Dilaudid pill, and then about halfway through the tank they'd give me an IV Dilaudid.
And that's still, I mean, that's
people
like don't understand.
Yeah,
the ketamine. If nobody's ever had ketamine before, I mean, it can put you into a state where you're just in this. You don't really know what's going on.
Yeah,
but the K-hole. But in that scenario,
no,
you're shit.
You're like, your body's like fighting it. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like it was hard to sleep at night, obviously, in general,
Right,
but
yep.
then for whatever reason, like I was always kind of the first or second person to go to the tank in the morning. So they come wake me up at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And you're just laying there at night and you just randomly wake up and you can't go back to sleep because you have such bad anxiety because you know what's about to happen.
Yep.
Like, yeah. And man.
So
I
how
wouldn't wish that
many
upon
days of that?
34.
So 34 days of that. Day after, they did it every day?
Every day.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just that alone, the trauma of that
sure.
alone, it's like you go, the collapse and that was bad, but
Yeah.
34 straight days of that?
Yeah. And then PT on top of that. PT for my just learning like how to get out of bed again, which took me probably 20-something days to even get out of bed. Man, that was the most demoralizing, humbling thing. Like, I couldn't use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go to the bathroom in a pan in the bed.
Yeah.
And dude, like I'm not like the smallest person.
Right.
And so like you're basically sitting on the bed and you're like, I can't go. But and then someone comes in, they got to clean you up, and dude, it is like, it's like physically exhausting, but it's like it's a lot of mental in there too. It's
Man,
it was rough.
So 34 days of that. You have, did you have any surgeries while you were in there at that time?
Yeah, so I had to get 2 skin grafts. They took all the skin off my thigh, put it on my back and my calf. They ended up not doing my butt. I don't know why. They said, the doctor told me that half of them were like, no, that's 3rd degree, and half of them were like, no, that's 2nd degree. So they just ended up not doing it. But yeah, I had to get 2 skin grafts on my butt or on my back because my back wasn't taking and it got really infected.
Oh shit.
So they had to do another graft. So they had to take more skin off my thigh, which this skin off my thigh hurt worse than anything, worse than my knee, worse than any of my burns. Like, because it's just, they're taking this top layer off. You still have like all your nerves everything,
exposed,
dude. Like even if you just wiggle your toes, like excruciating pain in your leg.
Yeah.
So they had to do that again. But
now, anybody decides they want to play with fire, better be listening.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no fun, man.
No. And it's crazy too, because like even, which thankfully, if I have clothes on, like you can't see my burns. I was very fortunate about that. But like, where was I going with that? Sorry, I forgot where
You're
I was
good,
going
man.
with that. Yeah, but yeah.
So, man, and like you said, how fortunate are you that your mask stayed on?
Oh, dude.
No, just besides the little burn on your face.
And the reason I have that is because when they were dragging me out, like what was trapping me was a beam. It was laying across my chest. So I couldn't call my own mayday or anything. I couldn't move my arms, couldn't wiggle. And my face was like pushed into the fire. So like I'm watching this fire like coming closer and closer, and started getting real hot. But when they pulled me out from underneath the beam, my mask and helmet got pushed off.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. But thankfully I was awake because that still took a minute. Like it wasn't just like a quick push off. Like my face was like getting seared on the beam. But when that was happening, I just held my breath. So I didn't breathe in all the stuff. So thankfully, like I was awake when it happened. But
34 days in there. How long had your son been in the NICU when you got there?
He'd been in the NICU. On the day I got hurt, he was in the NICU for his 75th day.
Yeah.
He was there 112 days total.
So he was still in there the whole time you were going through this.
Oh, yeah, which was horrible.
Yeah. And, all right, so you get 34 days. Was it after the 34 days they cut you loose?
Yes, yeah.
So 34 days, they send you home. And I'm sure going home, there you got help and all kinds of stuff. But now you're home and having to figure shit out for yourself.
Yeah.
And your wife's having to help you. Like you said, humbling experiences anyway, because you're basically like you're an invalid. You're having to rely on everybody else to take care of yourself, to take care of you.
Which is horrible enough. Like as a man, you know, like you don't want that.
Right.
You know?
So you've had 9 surgeries. You get home for that. You have to deal with all of that. Plus, you got surgeries coming.
Yeah.
How many have you had total?
I've had 9. I get my 10th on Monday, and then I have 6 more if I don't do my shoulders. So 8 if I do my shoulders. But
all right, so 9 surgeries. Now, when did your son come home?
he came home 5 days after me.
So 5 days after. Man, so
Yeah.
now your family's having to deal with kid just got out of the NICU, taking care of an infant, and taking care of you, basically taking care of 2 infants.
Pretty much.
Right.
2 helpless people.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, what a intense household that must have been.
Yeah. He was actually supposed to come home the day after I got home, but there was a complication one night at the NICU, and they were like, hey, we need to like keep him a couple more days, which really hurt us, but it was honestly a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Like, because knowing what we know now, like he's great. He's super healthy, super happy baby.
That's
But
awesome.
which is like, thank the Lord. But
Yeah.
that would have been, it was hard enough, like adjusting to my home, but then you add a newborn onto that, like who just freshly got out of the NICU.
Right.
So yeah, it was good getting adjusted for those 5 days
Man.
before he came.
So let's shift.
Mm-hmm.
Got all that done.
Yeah.
This is one of the things I wanted to talk about on here that I've experienced. Numerous firefighters, first responders in general experience this thing, right? And that is dealing with workers' comp bullshit. And
Yeah.
I've talked about this. Here you are, you're doing the job that you signed up for, and you're doing it for the city.
Gave a vow.
You gave a
Everything.
vow. You did it. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. This is what it caused. And you're thinking to yourself, well, shit, surely everybody's gonna jump on the city and everybody's gonna jump in and do exactly what they're supposed to because I did what I was supposed to.
Yeah.
And you start experiencing the greatness of workers' comp.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit, how that went.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it a little more about how shitty that whole thing is anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So first of all, I love my job. I love the fire department, specifically the 4th fire department.
And you're planning to go back.
That's the goal. Like that's what I want,
And this whole brand I have, this podcast, Life Warrior, when people tell me these stories, man, I'm always, they tell me things about what's going on in their life. And my same statement that I use all the time is, man, that's life warrior shit you're doing.
Yeah.
And so this is the epitome of having to do life warrior shit.
Yeah.
You did a warrior's job fighting fire. Now you're having to do life and deal with all that at the same time.
Yeah.
Hence the name, Life Warrior Shit, right?
Yeah.
And so now you're having to deal with workers' comp shit. So again, we can start talking about like your first experience. When did you know this ain't gonna go like I think it's gonna go?
Man. It's probably when I was in the hospital. I was so blessed with the people around me.
Yeah.
Like my family. My stepdad's a 4th fireman too, so
I got
and
you.
he's been on the job a long time. So he knows all the bullshit that and like he knows he's gonna have to hurt some people's feelings, but he's like, we got to do what we got to do. So thank God I had him in my corner. But we knew it was going to be a problem because the old rule was, hey, if you, like my stepdad tore his knee up on the job. And so he just went straight over to TMI, got surgery done by a Texas Rangers doctor because he took workers' comp. And that was never a problem. So he was like trying to do the same thing for me.
Right.
And everyone was like, no, like you can't do that. No, like you have to pick a certain doctor that like we approve. And he's like, that's not true. That's not what the law says. Just like we don't know like everything. So this whole time, like I'm thinking I'm gonna go to TMI or wherever, like wherever will take my workers' comp that like I decide I want to go.
Right.
And they kept fighting us on that. So right then I knew, all right, like this is gonna be a shit show.
Yeah.
It really got bad whenever I didn't get the doctor I wanted to, which the doctor I ended up going with in our network. He was great. Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't know anything about him,
Right,
you know,
you
which,
don't know.
whatever. Like, he did an awesome job. And, yeah, but that doctor that they wanted me to use, who I did use, told me I needed this machine called a CPM machine for my leg. It just bends it because my knee's still so tight.
Yeah.
And at this point, they had denied my laser surgeries because they were cosmetic. And I was like, okay, well, so I was like, okay, well, I'm not even going to, because like the laser surgeries got denied first. And I was like, okay, well, I need to get my knee done first.
Right.
Like, I'm not worried about any laser surgeries right now. I'll get down that road when it gets here. So I denied that. So I already knew. And I get the knee surgery and I'm like, okay, it's go time. Like, I need to hit this thing hard. Like, I cannot just not PT it, you know, like, and so he wanted me to get a CPM machine, and he was like, gave me a pamphlet and was like, here's what you need to be doing every day. Like, by day 5, you're supposed to be able to bend it like 75 degrees or whatever the number said.
Right.
I was like, okay, cool. Like 5 days rolls around and I still don't have this machine. And I was like, dude, like, I can't not, like,
it's not an option.
no, like I'm having to do it myself. And when I got tired, my wife came in on the side of the bed and was bending it for me for 30, 45 minutes. And she's not, like, I'm supposed to do that machine for 6 hours a day. So she's obviously not going to sit there and do that while we have a newborn at home.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do that like, I wouldn't want her to do that anyway. That's bullshit. Yeah. So like day 5 rolls around and I get a hold of my advocate who's been helping me. She's been great. My advocate for this whole thing. And she was like, yeah, like, let me check on that. Like, I didn't know you had that. She came back first and was like, oh, they said they delivered it already. And I was like, it's not here. It's a giant machine. It's
I think I'd know.
Yeah. And call her again and was like, I don't have it. And she was like, let me just look. She's like, she texted me back and was like, hey, that got denied. And that's when I lost my mind. Like,
I'd have been.
I was done at that point. And my parents had been, I'm not really like huge on social media or anything, but especially Facebook, but I have a Facebook, but it's, you know, my mom had been keeping everyone updated, which was great, you know, whatever.
Right.
And, she came in, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm depressed, like, I'm upset. Like, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? She came in and I was like, post whatever you want. I don't care who looks bad. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just post the most gruesome pictures you can of all the shit that I had to go through.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just so everyone can see like what's happening.
Right.
Dude, she posted that. Within 12 hours, I got a call that all of my laser surgeries were approved and the CPM machine was at my house.
And that's infuriating because you know that they could have done it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I mean, it didn't affect them not giving, but giving it to you.
It's not like I'm asking for anything crazy, you know, like.
And just the fact that they were like, yeah, you know, whatever their processes are, I know how it goes because I went through the same thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, why do you have to make it this fucking hard?
Yeah.
I did the job I was supposed to. Mm-hmm. All I need is you to do what you're supposed to and get me up so I can get back.
For sure, yeah.
Like I said, and that's the thing. You're not saying I'm going to quit.
No,
I'm going to bilk the system and all that.
No.
You're like, I'm a firefighter. I want to go do that.
Yeah.
I want to get back there.
I'm like, they're just losing money, not helping me quicker, you know? Like, so.
That kind of, it just makes no sense. So, I'm sure at that point you were infuriated. But the greatness of, you know, social media can be shit.
Yeah.
But there are instances where
for sure
it makes a difference. And so here you are now, post one video and all of a sudden, crazy, you get the machine you need.
Yeah. It sucks too because it's like, everyone already knew the story. They knew I was going through a hard time. Whatever. But then you have to like get on social media and complain. And you're like, hey world, here's my current situation. Sorry I have to tell you all about it, but I have no other option. Yeah. So
people fear these companies and whatever, they fear that fear of looking bad on social media. Yeah. You know. Yeah. That's what drives them actually doing what they're supposed to instead of just doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
And there's firefighters going to be watching this. I mean, they're sitting there going, yep.
dealt with that bullshit before, and it's not just here; it's all over the country.
Oh yeah,
it happens everywhere.
Crazy.
And so, to workers' comp, people work in workers' comp.
Yeah,
I would say from this video, get your fucking shit together, man.
For sure.
You know, all we're asking is for you to do the job that you're supposed to do. And that job shouldn't be to deny until I have to post videos on social media to get the care I need for doing the job I did. Man.
And then once you like give up,
Right,
they're like,
that's
oh,
it.
if we just keep denying him, like he'll give up. But
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
So you dealt with that, and you still deal with that. You said that still every time you have to do something, they deny it at least once, sometimes twice. So you got 6 surgeries to go or so. So I'm assuming that's probably exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, hopefully not. I've had specific city councilman. He's been like on their ass about everything, and apparently like all these guys at work, like they're getting like two dudes at my station. They got theirs approved like first try, and I was like, well, you're welcome. So I mean, like so.
I'm fighting the fight for you.
Yeah, and I want to see big change because it's already so hard to deal with the injury and your family on top of that. And then like on the backside, like you're like, oh, well, I have to deal with this workers' comp stuff, which is already so confusing in general. But I mean,
and that's by design too, I think. Confusing. So like you said, hopefully,
for sure. So
hopefully
like,
you'll just give up. Like, I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Man. So let's talk about that mental side for a minute. You've had just the fact that you went through the trauma, getting caught in the collapse, you know, the tank and kid in the NICU, having to relearn to do a bunch of shit, fighting with workers' comp constantly. I know it's a mental drain. It had to have been draining on you for a long time. So this happened in September of 25, and now here we are in 26, fixing to be June, and you're still having to deal with it. And like you said, you've got probably a couple more years of it. So you had, and again, we talked about other things that you've had in your life. You said your dad passed away young, and I'm sure like we talked about earlier, fire I was in, that is to me, it was one of the scariest thoughts that I've just had my first son and I'm never going to get to see him grow up. Right. So talk about that a little bit. How even that your dad passing at a young age and having to deal with that came into the mix with all of this. Mental wise. Your mental state.
Honestly, that's been, I can do the physical stuff. I love working out. I love being active with the guys, you know, but the mental side is what really gets you. I think especially as like a man too. Because like you don't want to feel vulnerable. You don't want to tell people your problems. You don't want to be a baby about anything. But my dad died when I was 9. He was 37. He had an aneurysm. Just randomly, my mom found him. You know, it was horrible. I was living with his parents in Roswell, New Mexico. That was hard, man. That was I don't think anyone should grow up without any of their parents divorce or pass away. Unfortunately, that does happen, and it sucks. Especially like my dad was like my hero. You know, he did everything with me. I was really big in sports, and he was my guy that you know trained me. Like, he was always my coach. He was, you know, for everything, football, baseball, whatever I was doing. So it's really hard, and I was like a really weird age where I was like doing sports and whatever. But
that's, you know, like I said, I'm sure he's there. Next day he's not
gone.
Now I'm trying to figure out this.
And as like a little kid, that doesn't hit you for a while. It probably didn't hit me for months. You know, like as like a little kid, you're like, oh, hey guys, my dad died. You don't like think, like you just want like sympathy. You're like, oh.
You're probably, again, it's just like, you know, being caught in the collapse.
Yeah.
it's a shock.
Oh
When
yeah.
you're as a kid, you don't know what that is, but
Mm-hmm.
you're in shock and you're just trying to muddle through
For sure. Yeah.
to try and figure out, well, man, how do I do this now as a 9-year-old?
For sure.
So, you know, it's a testament to my dad was very manly guy, and I can say that everything that I do now, I can't tell you, I tell people all the time, my dad said a lot of things to me as a kid that I thought, you know, come on, man,
Yeah.
some old man shit.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm, you know, when I was in my 20s, he was my age now, and I find myself repeating a lot of the things he said.
Yeah.
And one of the things my dad always said was to me, when I do something dumb or, you know, act like a baby or whatever, it was like his word to me were always, hey, son, in this house, we only do man shit.
Yeah.
We don't do kid shit. And when you don't have that figure there,
Yeah.
how do you learn how to do man shit?
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
So, man, all of that piles on you, and you're having to deal with all the mental trauma of what happened to you. But I'll say that I see you sitting here, and I've had conversations with you on the phone. I see you sitting here, and I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And I went through the reason this whole thing started in the first place because of I experienced, you know, and you've seen, you know, there's things you see in the fire department that you can't unsee.
For sure.
And for me, it was kids.
Yeah.
And 16 years into my career or so, I thought, man, I'm good. Everything's good.
Yeah.
I'm no big deal.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I went through a good long 7-year period or so. Nobody knew. Because again,
Yeah. You don't want
as a firefighter or whatever, it's like, it wasn't a thing to talk about it. It's more so now, thank goodness,
to. Yep.
where everybody understands and sees, man,
It's actual problems going on.
firefighters there were 2 firefighters in Florida just recently committed suicide because of the shit they seen.
Yeah.
And so that's why I do this. The goal is to get out people's life warrior stories like yours and understand that, hey, man, there are better days ahead. You just got to be here to see them.
Absolutely.
And so talk about your mental
Yeah.
process going through all of this, and even now,
Yeah.
how you work yourself through all of that.
Yeah, man, for a long time, I was really bitter. I was super angry about what happened. I was confused what happened. You know, I'd snap at people or, you know, like my wife. You know, I'd get super impatient with my son because, like, I can't do anything. And I'm just so mad. People would come up to me and, you know, they'd see me in a brace or whatever, like, oh, did you tear your ACL? In my mind, I'm like, you have no idea.
Yeah, fuck
like
you.
you don't. Yeah, you know,
and they don't know.
Which is it's like I don't want to have that attitude.
Right.
But man, like at the end of the day, like you kind of open your eyes and you're like, man, like my counselor was like, yeah, man, I hear what you're saying, but this is his words. He was like, someone's always got a bigger dick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, someone's got it. He's like, you want to see something bad? Go to the VA hospital.
Yep.
Watch this 20-year-old kid with his legs blown off.
Yeah.
His wife just left him because she doesn't want to deal with that.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And like you've been saying, like I take this whole time, like my wife's like, yeah, that should be your saying. She's like, I take everything one day at a time. Like you can't, you know, tomorrow has enough problems of its own.
Yeah.
You know, just deal with what you have today.
Yeah.
But I think for me, since my dad did die as a kid, that has been like my biggest fear. Like I don't want my son or my future children to grow up without me,
Right.
like being their father. And that's so scary to think about. But it also, instead of like it making me depressed or whatever, it's honestly really motivated me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, not to like stay alive, like, you know, like when it's my time, it's my time.
Right.
But it's motivating to keep living.
Right.
It's motivating to keep doing what I'm doing and keep fighting and keep, like, I need to get healthy. Like, I'm going to run with my son and like, I'm going to throw the ball with my son and I want to be his coach and I want, you know, like I want to be an active part of my family and not be a burden, which a lot of people think that, you know, they are, but,
well,
yeah,
I tell people all the time that I talk to that are going through stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things for me was when I was in my worst time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I went down that road.
For sure.
You know, I went from, you know, being married 24 years, having 2 kids, house, everything seemed great on the outside, but I was broken, you know, and I became somebody I you know, I didn't recognize. Yeah. And for me, that final day of going from all of that to sitting in a 1-bedroom apartment by myself, not being able to see my kids during COVID, to sitting with a 45 in my lap with one shell going, I don't want to do this no more. I'm done with this. To that split second of clarity, remembering things that I'd seen in the fire department, guys that do that and the devastation it leaves behind for their kids.
Yeah.
There's going to be a guy come on my podcast. His dad was a Fort Worth fireman and committed suicide when he was 16. And he's somewhere around my age now, and he's been dealing with that ever since and had those same thoughts because of it. Yeah. So I want people to hear that message of you got to have a why.
Yeah, for sure.
There has to be one.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a minute by minute, sometimes day by day, hour by hour, week, month, that you just got to have a why to make yourself get up and move. And that's all I did. Yeah. It's like, that was my process.
Yeah, you got to find
what's my why today? Sometimes it was get your ass up and go make your food. All right, I did that. Now what? Go to the gym. Yeah. Go get your workout in. Now what? Go do this, do that, clean your house, whatever.
For sure.
And that's how I built myself back, was having a why. And my why, like yours, is your kids and your family.
For sure.
Right? And so I think that's an important message that you're telling to firefighters and first responders and military people out there, and just anybody in general that's dealing with that process. There's their playbook. You just said it, right? You got to have a why. Yep. You wanted to be here for your kids and your family. You didn't want to be a burden. I want to go run with my kids. I want to be a present dad and be able to show them what it's like to have to fight through some bad shit and still move forward.
For sure.
So, that is the epitome of what this podcast and my whole brand is about.
For sure.
And
that's awesome.
But it's not easy.
No, it's not.
I mean, again, you're still having to deal with it on the daily.
Yeah.
Right? So, in that sense, your son makes you a stronger man. Having your son, that's the way I view it too. My kids are that way. They make me want to be a better version of myself every day. And I'm sure that's your same thought process.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So it's been a while. You told me that you've got 2 years really to get all of your stuff lined out. And my wife we're having this discussion. She's like, oh, wow, cool. 2 years to kind of hang out with your family. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to be that easy of a 2 years.
No,
because you still got 6 surgeries and all these things you still got to do, and then recover from those.
8 months,
right?
Too. You're like,
and
oh, God, it's flown by.
So that's not going to be. It's not going to be like a 2-year vacation, right?
No.
You're going to be getting a lot of shit. There's going to be a lot of pain and stuff you're still going to have to go through. Yeah. So it's not going to be a fun 2 years.
No.
But it's important, I think, to hear you want to go back to the job.
Mm-hmm.
And for firefighters out there that get themselves into a spot sometimes, and I'd been there, of negativity about the job or, bitching about it all the time.
Yeah.
And you can get lost in it.
For sure.
So why do you want to go back?
Man, couple reasons. One, I mean, this is kind of a typical answer. Everyone's like, well, I want to help people.
Right.
Well, it's not just that.
Right.
You're not just like helping someone like cross the road. Yeah, like sometimes you do, but it's like helping those people that it's the worst day of their life.
Yeah.
Like that kind of help.
Yeah.
Not just like this basic, like saving people's lives type of help. And I like that pressure. Like I like that adrenaline pump. And
Yeah.
I like how it makes me feel after, of course.
Yeah.
But another one too, it's like I really didn't know what I wanted to do coming out of high school. I was kind of clueless about everything.
Yeah.
But I remember I grew up going to the station with my stepdad, and I'd go do 24-hour ride-outs with him, and be like, this is all y'all do all day? Just hang out, play games.
Right.
And like that's another big thing. It's like, man, what other job am I going to get paid when I get paid? I only go to work 10 days a month.
Right.
Get paid to hang out with my best friends.
Yeah.
Get paid to work out, eat amazing food.
Yeah.
Watch TV, and go on calls sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like it's just hard to beat. You know?
It really is.
Obviously, I wish we're making a ton of money, but
that the thing is that all that's the great side of it, and then you say, same thing. I go on. Then you go on calls sometimes.
Yeah.
The downside is calls you go on can result in
this.
Yeah. This is not like going sitting in an office job
For sure.
all the time.
Yeah.
Because you got to go from 0 to 1,000.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And
that messes with your body and
making
everything.
decisions, quick decisions that are life altering decisions in a split second for people and you. So, I think there's been a shift a little bit in the fire service.
Yeah.
And you can tell me if you think it's the same, where the brotherhood has gotten a little bit lost.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's just a generational thing.
Yeah.
But how old are you?
I just turned 27.
So, and this is our age gap difference. What's your opinion? Why do you think it's shifted?
I mean, there's a lot of things, but
Right.
I think one of the main things is people are now getting on the job to catch a check and not, like, they don't want to be there really. Like
Service,
they don't
I always
want
say service is not a thing anymore.
that, and like they don't care about the camaraderie. They're just like, oh, this is the most stable job in the world. I'm just gonna go screw off somewhere and just go ride my 30 years out, and I'm gonna go somewhere really slow.
Yeah.
And like they're like, I'm just gonna be in my room, or I'm just here to get a check. You know. And
I don't know how we change it. I would like to be able to try and figure out a way, and doing stuff like this, talking to firefighters is a way. I've gotten to know firefighters from my social media stuff, from Philadelphia, from California, from New York, from Baltimore, from, and the story's the same at all of them, at everywhere around the country.
Yeah.
They see the shift too.
Yeah.
And when I got in, 98 was my first job. And, man, I felt it. Like, this is truly that brotherhood thing.
Oh, for sure.
And I gradually over time saw it shift. Of course, 9/11 changed things. It brought it back together again, but people forget. Yeah. I think social media has changed things.
Yeah.
Technology has changed things for younger people coming in. They're not as service driven.
Yeah. And this isn't a shot at anybody, but I think a big thing is the camaraderie is bad on the fire service right now. Like and I think a big one with that is the camaraderie is bad because the people they hire, which
I agree.
I get it. I mean, like you got to hire.
I talk to my guys that still work
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. People are like, I don't want to talk to that dude.
Yeah.
Like he's not.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it, you
Yeah.
know, and that it sucks, but
yeah,
you know, and those guys that are still on, have been on for 20 plus years,
for sure.
it sucks because all they talk about is wanting to get out.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on,
Yeah.
let them have it.
Yeah.
Y'all go do whatever the hell you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, man. I wish, hopefully there's a way, and hopefully it'll shift and come back because it's an important job. I mean, you're there for a reason.
Yeah.
And
But it's hard too because it's like nothing's gonna change unless somebody dies.
Yeah.
Or some like, you know.
yeah, what's the old saying? Firefighters hate change.
They hate change and they hate the way things are.
right, right.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, I get it.
Yeah. So at the end of all these podcasts, I ask the same question. And sometimes it's not an easy answer.
Yeah.
But everything you've been through, you're still going through. There are guys out there now on the job still dealing, some of them dealing with the same similar situations you are, whether it's whatever injuries, their PTSD, their, you know, family problems, whatever it is. What would be your life warrior advice
Yeah.
to people who are in the middle of their shit and still trying to figure a way through?
Yeah. Man, the first thing is you're not defined by what happened to you. That's not your name. That's not who you are.
Yeah.
It's just what happened. It's just part of your story now.
Yeah.
Like it's not your identity.
Right.
Two, it's okay to be vulnerable with people. I mean, you told me like you've been there, you know, and everything. Like you've been cooped up,
Yeah.
1-bedroom apartment by yourself, and that's a lot of firemen and you know people just everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anyone to see me this way. Man, like it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
like what are they gonna say to you?
Right.
You know, like it's all right to get vulnerable and get out there.
Yeah.
I would say another one. What you like? This was on my list. You got to have a why, and if you don't know what it is, you got to find it.
Yep.
Like you have no other choice. Like
Right.
you're gonna bury yourself.
Yeah.
If you cannot find a single why.
Yeah.
And this sounds really bad, but if you can't find it, you're not looking hard enough.
Yeah.
There is something out there
100%.
for you to do.
Yeah. There's a purpose. You have a purpose.
For sure.
You just got to
Yeah,
find it.
for sure.
And like I said, for me, and it may sound stupid to some, but just getting out of bed and putting my feet on the floor and standing up
Yeah,
and going in the kitchen and making my food and
For sure.
making my coffee was a why.
yeah, absolutely.
And it was a win. And I would just build little things like that was a why. Okay, what's my next why?
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, you can look back and go, that was a win.
absolutely.
I had a bunch of wins
Sure.
today. But if you're just roaming
Yeah,
and don't know why you're doing
for
it,
sure.
man, you can get lost real fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I used to have this saying on my whiteboard in my gym at home. I think my wife wrote it there like a long time ago. We just never erased it. But I'd say it like every single day I went to the gym. It was a quote. It said, "Thank you, Lord. I have the ability to move my body." And that hit me so hard when I was in the hospital because I was like,
I lost that ability.
I was actually one of the few that didn't take that for granted. Like I was like, okay, like it hit me really hard, and that put me in a really dark place.
Yeah.
But now, like I look back on it, and you know, like this is my third week walking without any assistance. It's like I'm getting back, and it's really slow, and it sucks. But that's a why, like that's a win.
Yeah.
Like seeing what I can do now. Like like you saw me like walk in here.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like that's a win, and
Yeah.
you got to take like it's not about getting these big wins. Like just you're just chopping it like how you eat an elephant. You know,
Yeah.
you got just one bite at a time.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and like I'm also a follower of Jesus, and I obviously like that has been a huge victory for me too. You know, like I'm excited to see the story he has for me. You know, I believe these things happen for a reason,
Right.
and I'm excited to see how he uses this in my life, even if it's just to help one person.
Right.
You know,
It's funny, you know, everybody that I've had on, in the end, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
They say the same thing.
for sure,
Faith is a big part,
absolutely.
because if you don't, you know, if you don't believe in something,
Yeah,
you know, whatever that is,
yeah,
what's the purpose?
sure. Can't save yourself.
Right.
So
Man, I think it's been great. I hope this gets out there,
me too.
and I hope we can work and do other stuff together.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like I said, there's a lot of stuff I'm attempting to do. We're gonna do a line gear
Nice.
next drop that's geared strictly towards firefighters.
That's
and
awesome.
with the
Yeah.
purpose of hopefully raising enough money to send somebody to South America to get ibogaine
Yeah,
DMT treatment. Right.
heard great things about
Right.
that.
And so it saved my brother's life. He was
Wow.
military, 31 years,
Dang. Wow.
and man, went through a lot. And in 1 week, completely changed his life.
Wow. That's incredible.
So, and I've had I've had a guy on my podcast. He was a Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
Wow.
Saved his life. And now he's an advocate. He lives in Florida
Wow. Yeah.
trying to help others get that kind of stuff. So
That's awesome.
it's a game changer, man. So yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on and telling your story. There's a lot of important lessons I think that came from it,
Yes, sir.
and for the younger generations too. You know, those guys in their 20s that need to see what you've been through and experience, and hear the words of, you know, about brotherhood and all of that.
Yeah.
So, man, I appreciate you coming on the Life Warrior podcast, and I look forward to seeing what you do from here,
Yes, sir.
and working with you some more.
Today, go do Life Warrior shit. Remember, try to make somebody else's life better. I promise, if you do, yours will get better too. We'll see you next time.